At the end of the topic, you will be able to understand the geographical factors that affect the agricultural diversity and distribution, describe the various types of irrigation, explain the significance of different types of agriculture. Agriculture is the primary activity of man that led to the development of various civilizations. Agriculture means growing crops as well as rearing of animals. Agriculture involves a number of activities that is required for the production of adequate food not only for the family but also for the country. A large variety of crops are grown in different parts of the world. The type of crop grown is in a region depends on the following geographical factors: climate, landforms, soil, availability of water, and labor. The two climatic factors that affect the agriculture are temperature and rainfall. Optimum temperatures required for the growth vary considerably from crop to crop. The tropical plants require high temperatures during its growth, while temperate crops require low temperatures. Temperature decreases with increase in altitude. This allows the growth of temperate crops in the high ranges of tropical regions. Water requirement of the crops are not same throughout the growing season. Rice needs stagnant water during its growth, while millets do not. Thus, the amount of rainfall determines the variety of crops grown in an area. What is required for the growth of crops? Water availability is not uniform everywhere. It depends on rainfall. So, wherever there is a lack of rainfall, water is provided to the crops through irrigation. There are different types of irrigation. Ditch irrigation. In this method, water is distributed to the agricultural fields through canals. Sprinkler irrigation. Water is brought to the fields through pipes. Sprinklers are fitted on the pipes at regular intervals to spray water. Central pivot irrigation. The cultivated area is irrigated in a circular manner. Sprinklers are fitted on equipment that rotates around a pivot. This creates a circular pattern when viewed from above. Drip irrigation. In this type of irrigation, water is supplied drop by drop at or near the root of the plant. Drip irrigation reduces water loss through evaporation. The type of landform decides the variety of crop grown. Among the major landforms of the world, plains are the most fertile regions. The plains are the birthplace of civilizations due to the availability of fertile soils, level lands, and abundance of water. The North Indian plains are the main agricultural region of India. In the northeastern part of India, which receives heavy rainfall, the mountain slopes are under terrace cultivation. The hill slopes are preferred for certain types of crops which require well-drained soils. For example, tea and coffee. The type of soil determines the type of crop grown. That is mainly because different types of soil have different fertility level and the crop requirement is also different. Among the soils, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil and most preferred soil for cultivation. For example, paddy grows well in alluvial soil, while cotton grows well in black soil. The type of agriculture done vary from place to place. This is mainly due to the difference in the agricultural operations and the types of crops grown. The major types of agriculture followed across the world are shifting agriculture, subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming, commercial agriculture, extensive mechanized farming, and mixed farming. Let's learn each one in detail. When the farmers grow enough to sustain themselves and their families, such type of farming is called subsistence farming. This type of farming further divided into simple subsistence agriculture and intensive subsistence agriculture. In simple subsistence agriculture, the farmers clear parts of forest by cutting and burning the trees. This land is used for cultivation of crops like millets and yam. The land loses its fertility after a few years of continuous cultivation. Thus, the farmer abandons the land and moves to another part of the forest. This type of farming is also known as shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation practiced in various parts of the world is known by different names. In Brazil, it is known as rocco. In India, it is known as jum, bivar and poda. In Central America, it is known as milpa. In intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmers use the available small plot of land intensively by using manure and high-yielding variety seeds. Thus, the land is under cultivation throughout the year and crop yield is very high. Commercial farming is a type of extensive farming. The product from commercial farming is mainly for selling in the market. The farmland is usually large and machines are used at various stages of farming. The crop yield is low compared to intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is common in temperate grasslands of North and South America. In plantation agriculture, large areas under one type of crop. This type of farming is called capital intensive. The crop starts to produce yield after 3 to 5 years of planting. Once crops yield, it continues for many years. Crops like tea, coffee, and rubber are planted as plantation crops. Plantation agriculture is found in Asian countries. In this type of agriculture, equal importance is given to farming as well as animal rearing. The farm waste is used as fodder and the livestock provides manure for the farm. In this topic, you have learned agriculture is the primary activity of man that led to the development of various civilizations. The type of crop grown in a region depends on climate, landforms, soil, and availability of water and labor. Optimum temperatures required for the growth vary considerably from crop to crop. Wherever there is a lack of rainfall, water is provided to the crops through irrigation. Among major landforms of the world, plains are the most fertile regions. Among the soils, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil and most preferred soil for cultivation of crops. The major types of agriculture followed across the world are shifting agriculture, subsistence ag farming, intensive subsistence farming, commercial agriculture, extensive mechanized farming, and mixed farming. At the end of the topic, you will be able to understand the geographical conditions required for the growth of major food and cash crops, list the major producers of food and cash crops in the world and in India. A large variety of crops are grown across the world for various purposes. The crops are broadly grouped into food and cash crops. Cash crops are used as raw materials for further processing. Food crops are consumed and provide the basic nutrients for development of human body. Rice. Rice is a tropical crop and is the staple food of most of the people living in Asia and Latin America. The geographical conditions required for the growth of rice are temperature 24 degrees Celsius, rainfall 150 centimeters, and soil alluvial soil. Rice grows well in the fertile alluvial soils of the river valleys. It requires stagnant water for its growth. Thus, in the highlands, the land is terraced and leveled for the cultivation of rice. It requires manual labor for the preparation of the field, sowing, transplanting, weeding, and harvesting. Asia is the largest producer of rice in the world. China, India, Indonesia, and Bangladesh are the major producers of rice. In India, rice is cultivated mainly in the river valleys. Wheat. Wheat is a temperate crop and the staple food of the people of temperate regions. The geographical conditions required for the growth of wheat are temperature 15 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius, rainfall 50 to 60 centimeters, and soil loamy soil. Unlike rice cultivation, wheat cultivation is highly mechanized. The flat lands of temperate grasslands are well suited for the cultivation of wheat. The major producers of wheat are USA, China, Ukraine, Canada, Argentina, Australia, India, and Pakistan. The major wheat producing states in India are Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and Haryana. Cotton. Cotton is one of the important fiber crops. It is grown in subtropical and tropical regions. The geographical conditions required for the growth of cotton are temperature 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, rainfall 50 to 100 centimeter, and soil black soil. Cotton fiber grows around a small seed and the seeds are removed from the fiber through a process called ginning. Cotton is a labor-intensive crop as it requires cheap and skilled labor during the harvest. The major producers of cotton are USA, Uzbekistan, Brazil, and Pakistan. The cotton-producing states in India are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, and parts of Rajasthan. Jute. Jute is a natural fiber that is soft and shiny and can be spun into coarse, strong threads. It is called as the golden fiber. Jute is used for making bags, carpets, and clothes. The geographical conditions required for the growth of jute are temperature 30 degrees Celsius, rainfall 150 centimeter, and soil well-drained fertile alluvial soil. It is a labor-intensive crop as it requires cheap labor to obtain the fiber by retting the plant. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is grown in the tropical and subtropical regions. It is a variety of tropical grass from which sugar is made. The geographical conditions required for the growth of sugarcane are temperature 24 degrees Celsius, rainfall 130 centimeters, and soil well-drained fertile soil. The major producers of sugarcane are Latin America, Southern and Eastern Asia, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, and Brazil are the most important sugarcane producing countries. Tea. Tea is an important beverage crop. It is made from the leaves of a tropical shrub which is constantly trimmed to stimulate the growth of new leaves and to facilitate the picking of the leaves. The geographical conditions required for the growth of tea are temperature 21 degrees Celsius, rainfall 150 centimeters, and soil well-drained soil. China, India, and Sri Lanka are the major producers of tea. The tea-producing states in India are Assam, West Bengal, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. In this topic, you have learned A large variety of crops are grown across the world for various purposes. Rice is the staple food of most of the people living in Asia and Latin America. Wheat is a temperate crop and the staple food of the people of temperate regions. Cotton is one of the important fiber crops. It is grown in tropical and subtropical regions. Jute is a natural fiber that is soft and shiny and can be spun into coarse, strong threads. Sugarcane is grown in the tropical and subtropical regions. Tea is an important beverage crop.